The halls of the Imperial Citadel shimmered with crystalline light as Commander Talon Vore awaited the arrival of the newcomer. The Galactic Empire had recruited soldiers from 100 worlds, but never from the distant primitive blue planet newly catalogued on the star maps. Earth. The Imperial High Council had insisted that every species deserved a chance to contribute to galactic peace. And so, when the humans offered a warrior for service, the Empire, proud and open-armed, had welcomed him. Talon Vore expected someone tall, perhaps bulky, perhaps strange in appearance. He did not expect someone ordinary. The human walked through the docking bay doors with an easy stride, carrying a duffel bag slung over one shoulder. His name, according to the file, was Sergeant Marcus Hale. He wore a faint smile, like a man stepping into a bar he'd been in before. It unsettled Talon Vore in a way he could not explain. "Sergeant Hale," Talon greeted, lowering his head respectfully. "Welcome to the Galactic Empire. Your reputation precedes you." Marcus chuckled. "Reputation? I didn't know we had one out here." Talon gestured for him to walk alongside. "Your species is intriguing, remarkably resilient. High tolerance to chemical toxins and pain, exceptional muscle density, and your people still wage war with ballistic projectiles. Fascinating." "Bullets work," Marcus said with a shrug. "Why fix what isn't broken?" They passed a row of alien soldiers, scaled gel warriors, towering Branax enforcers, and the crystalline Mirakan tacticians, each pausing to stare as Marcus walked by. The human nodded politely, unaware that the others kept their distance not out of fear, but uncertainty. His steps were too calm, his breathing too slow. His eyes held something ancient. Talon felt compelled to ask, "Your file indicates extensive combat experience. I trust the documentation is accurate?" Marcus's smile dimmed. "Yeah, everything's accurate." Talon noted the shift in tone, but said nothing. He assumed humans were simply modest. They arrived at the assessment hall, where every new warrior was required to present a formal combat record, a ceremonial gesture, normally. But as Marcus placed his identification slate on the scanner, Talon noticed something unexpected. The system hesitated. It never hesitated. Lines of data began streaming across the holo display. Talon read them carefully, once, then again, then a third time. His throat tightened. Engagements. 147 confirmed neutralizations, 7 out of 912 unconfirmed, 4,300 plus. Hand-to-hand close quarters eliminations. 629 survival operations completed alone. 12 threat level classification. Red Talon's eyes widened, his tendrils curling in horror. There must be an error, a malfunction. Humans cannot reach these numbers." Marcus scratched his jaw. "Yeah. Some of them might not be totally accurate. Hard to count when things get messy." The surrounding officers stepped back as if he'd started radiating heat. A Mirakan tactician dropped her crystal tablet, shattering it. Talon whispered, Your kill count. This is the record of a war criminal." Marcus's voice remained calm. "War criminal in whose war? On Earth, I served 3 combat tours. Every one of those numbers came from battles we didn't start. But your efficiency, your ruthlessness, this is beyond even elite Branax berserkers." Marcus exhaled slowly. "War changes people. I didn't come here to brag about it." Talon's mind raced. The Empire had wanted a symbol of peace between species, a representative of humanity, not this. The room filled with murmurs, whispers tinged with fear. "A human did this? How many lives?" He looked so small. One brave officer stepped forward. "Sergeant Hale," she said carefully, "are your species all like you?" Marcus shook his head. "No, I'm not even in the top percentile. Earth has soldiers tougher than me." A gasp swept the hall. Talon's pulse spiked. "You cannot be serious." Marcus sighed. "You invited a soldier from a planet that's been fighting itself for thousands of years. What did you think you were getting? Diplomats?" Talon staggered back. The Empire had never encountered a species that mastered conflict as completely as humans had. The Branax fought for honor. The Gel fought for survival. The Mirken fought only when the stars demanded balance. But humans fought because history had shaped them into a species that thrived under pressure, adapted at speed, and learned from every scar. Marcus looked around the room, sensing the tension. "If my record bothers you, I can leave. I didn't come here to scare anyone. Earth thought the Empire could use help. Thought maybe we could learn something here." Talon swallowed hard. He realized the truth. This man had survived battles that would annihilate entire squads of Imperial troops, and he had walked into their grand hall not with pride, but shame. "Sergeant Hale," Talon said, voice trembling, "our Empire values peace above all. You must understand why your accomplishments unsettle us." "I get it," Marcus said softly, "but peace doesn't survive without people willing to protect it." The words hit Talon like a plasma blast. Peace, yes. That was the Empire's creed. But they had grown comfortable in peace, grown soft, grown distant from the brutal realities of war. Perhaps too distant. The alarm klaxons blared suddenly, echoing through the citadel. Red lights washed across the hall. An officer sprinted in, frantic. "Commander, Drakthar raiders breached the outer defense ring. Multiple casualties." Talon froze. The Drakthar were nightmares from the dark fringes of the galaxy, merciless, savage, unbeaten in close combat. The Empire had lost entire fleets to them. Marcus set his duffel bag down and cracked his knuckles with a quiet pop. "You need warriors or not?" Talon hesitated only a heartbeat before nodding. "Yes, we do." Marcus grinned faintly as he pulled a compact human rifle from his bag. "Good, because peace isn't free." The doors opened, sirens screaming. Alien soldiers rushed past. Marcus stepped forward, posture relaxed, as if returning to an old routine. The alien officers watched, breathless, as the human warrior strode toward the battlefield like a man walking home. And in that moment, Talon finally understood. The Empire had not welcomed a monster. They had welcomed the one thing the galaxy had never encountered, a human who had survived humanity's wars. And for the first time in centuries, the Galactic Empire dared to hope.